Dear members, dear vendors, 2021 again is a strange year, and I'm sure all of you have experienced things you have never experienced before. For us, this also meant that we are not able to host you and welcome you here at our headquarters, The Cube, for an IT Open Day. So we felt it's the right time to give you an update for what is happening on our side, what's on our mind, and what you can expect from us in the next few months to come. What has kept us busy last year, this year, and will keep us busy even next year is our big roadmap to migrate away from our legacy platforms, which are OpenVMS based, to the new generation of systems. Last year, the theme for us was get trading over to the new world completely. And with the last migration of the Frankfurt floor and the certificates and warrants trading on 24th of August 2020, we managed to bring all trading onto the T7 platform. The theme of this year is to make that progress also on the clearing side, and that's maybe something Manfred can explain to you.
Absolutely. I mean, there's really heavy lifting happening this year on the clearing side. So in principle, end of September, we moved over equities clearing from the legacy VMS system to C7. In this case, it was not just a one-to-one replatforming, but we harmonized the processing model, the clearing processing model, to European standards. So there was a lot of impact on some of our participants and vendors. So far, successful project. Uptime is very good. There are some issues. It's a very complicated system, but they are contained and manageable. So knocking on wood, successful launch. Next big step then will be towards end of the year, basically removing the remainder of our beloved Eurex Classic system. In this case, the last pieces of reference data from Eurex Classic to C7 technology. This you will not notice so much. Hopefully, if it's a successful project, you will see some slight changes in reporting, but it's not really a fundamental change in any interfaces or any interaction with vendors and members in this case. Yeah, and the next year, risk systems. Also there, a multi-step migration project is ongoing since the last years. Next year, cash market risk management will move over to the new Prisma, to the Prisma platform. Yeah, that's basically also in this case, hopefully no impact on your side if you are successful. Yeah, and then VMS will be more or less gone. Everything will be on new and state-of-the-art technology. I mean, while we were doing it, also, of course, performance and latency and capacity updates upgrades were done. So we definitely feel that we are prepared for the future with this technology setup then. What will be happening on your side, Wolfgang, in next year?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to improve on two fronts. One is on the technical side, and the other is to extend our breadth on the functional side to be able to list more products and grow our business. On the technical side, we have two things that are important for you to understand and know. One of them is that we offer a new fixed low frequency gateway, and all clients that use our current fixed infrastructure on the trading side have to move over to the new world. For the back office sessions where you get your trade drop copies, this has already happened. The order management functionality of the new interface will be offered with the T7 Release 10 going live November this year. We will then have a parallel period where we offer support for the old and the new fixed interface, and you can migrate at your leisure. Why do we do this? Well, the new fixed low frequency gateway is much more integrated into the T7 architecture and will allow us to streamline the development process on our side and hopefully also make your life a little bit easier with quite a few enhancements that we will launch with the new interface. On top of the new fixed interface, we also offer the common upload engine as a way for you to report your long code, short code mappings to us, harmonizing another piece of infrastructure, because the common upload engine is already used by some clearing members on the Eurex clearing side here. Now, apart from those infrastructure changes or technical changes, we also, as said, want to extend our functional breadth. So, Manfred, what's most important coming along in the next month and releases on the functional side?
Most important, I would say, from a participant and vendor perspective, will be the move to the so-called next-gen ETD representation of derivatives contracts. We will extend the key. We will change the way how individual contracts are identified, make it more flexible to prepare for the launch of new types of options in futures contracts. So quite some change on the interface layer. That's why we are preparing a very long, by our standards, very long testing period, half a year, several stages. We will start with vendor testing and then a long period of member testing as well to basically help everyone prepare and get ready for the launch mid of next year. So that will be quite significant. And then, of course, on top of that, we have a quite impressive product roadmap with our business colleagues. Big topic there is that we look for markets that are currently OTC that we could futurize, that we can move over to standard, to very efficient standard ETD processing, which will come obviously with basically also changes in the way how we do risk management, for example, how these contracts are handled in settlement, delivery management, in lifecycle processing. So there is quite some very interesting discussions going on. Maybe not really ready to be launched next year, but a lot of preparation will happen and more interesting products to come for sure.
Yeah, and finally, we should also mention that at least we've tiptoed into the crypto space with listing crypto ETNs on Xetra and also futures on these crypto ETNs on Eurex. And of course, we're thinking also how we can extend our footprint in that dimension because that looks like an attractive and growing space. So that's it currently from the news from Deutsche Börse. As I said, we hope to see you here at our headquarters in the Cube in Q2 next year. Until then, we hope you have a great time. And say goodbye from here.
Yeah, also from my side, thanks for your attention. I mean, it's really still a bit weird doing this in front of a camera instead of the big foyer room that we have downstairs in our Cube. So let's hope we get back to normal next year and we can do that in person. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.